Dana White goes onto My Mom's Basement's podcast with Robbie Fox to clear the air about him and Conor McGregor's plans for the rest of 2020, going on to claim that McGregor won't be fighting for the remainder of the year. Here's what he said.
Not to be taken out of context there, but saying that I don't give a shit, man, you know, these guys keep asking me about Conor McGregor, who is retired. You guys keep asking me about him. He's retired. Conor plays you guys like fiddles, man. You guys are like puppets on a string. You know, he's retired. He sends one tweet that says, I accept. And it's right after Hamzat calls him out and two other guys. You know, I'm not focused on anything with anybody who's not fighting. Conor McGregor is retired. You know, do we all believe he'll stay retired? I think most of us don't believe that he'll remain retired. But let me put it to you this way. I owe fighters that are under contract with me 3 fights a year. Okay. If I don't deliver those 3 fights a year, I have to pay them. Conor McGregor is retired, whether people want to believe it or not. You know, he is not fighting right now. So when he's not fighting, I don't even think about him or what he's doing or any of that stuff on a business level. I'll still shoot him a text personally, but on a business level, he's out of the mix. He's not fighting at all. So everybody keeps asking me questions about him, and I'm like, Manny Pacquiao? What the fuck are you talking about?
So if he wanted to do that, though, and you're saying he's retired, would he be able to do that, or is he under UFC contract?
If he wanted to do it, he would have called me. He is retired. Conor McGregor is not fighting. He is retired. I have no plans. Right, I'm in the war room right now, and this thing is laid out to November. We have fights laid out right now till November 7th. Okay? And Conor McGregor is not on any of them.
I believe you as far as that. I just don't believe that he's retired. I don't buy it. I know that you know that I don't buy it. I think a lot of us are in the same boat.
This year,
there.
He's retired. He doesn't have a fight this year, and he won't have a fight this year. Conor McGregor will not fight in 2020.
You think you're taking down GSP at will like that?
But this is the problem. You don't need to. Khabib doesn't need to take you down at will.
Who has better striking?
George St. Pierre.
Okay.
George St. Pierre has better striking.
If he can't take GSP down.
Wait, but that's the thing, though. It's not going to be if he can't take GSP down. He is taking GSP down. Like, I'm trying to explain to you. He is taking GSP down.
No.
Bro, he's taking GSP down. And once he gets him down, he's going to be stuck there. And that's where the problem arises. It's not.
You think GSP is going to be stuck on the ground? What? You've lost your mind now.
It's not Khabib. Khabib gets to take down. It's once he takes you down, you're stuck. Bro, I remember I'm a heavyweight. I should not feel like, wow, this dude's strong when a 55-pounder grabs you. I remember being on the bottom of him, and I'm like, there's a video out, and I was like, okay, I'm getting up now, right? Because I was just like, I'm just going to get up. I'm just going to explode and get up. But then he was holding me there. So I had to try like really, really hard to get away from the dude. That should not be the case when he fights at 155. So I can only imagine what the guys that are under him feel like whenever he's grappling with them. It's nuts. It's not. You heard Dustin Poirier. He goes, I can't get him off of me. He's like, I can't get him off of me once he gets me down. Bro, he's so strong. It's crazy.
There are levels to this game, right?
I understand.
Poirier doesn't.
Like this
is
don't
GSP.
Disrespect Dustin. Don't disrespect
I'm not.
Dustin Poirier.
Don't make it out like not everyone's the same. Like, not everyone's cut from the same
I think
cloth.
so. Dustin's not on GSP's level.
Stop.
So he tried to tell me now.
Is that an unfair statement to make? George St. Pierre is the greatest fighter to ever fight.
George St. Pierre may be the greatest fighter of all time.
Yes.
Okay, so he's on a different level than most people.
Right.
He's about at the level of Khabib Nurmagomedov. Like that, because I think Khabib Nurmagomedov, like you said, is the most dominant fighter the world has ever seen. Not just the UFC, the entire world. Like what he has done to people is insane.
It's unbelievable. Absolutely.
Yesterday when I put that video up of me beating the ratings adjuster, people were like, I wonder what this dude's gonna rate Khabib. 6 stars is what I'm gonna do. 6
is that
stars.
The most?
No, 5 is the most. I'm giving this dude an extra star. That when you go 28-0, and you don't make any mistakes, there's no hiccups, right? Like Khabib Nurmagomedov or Khabib Nurmagomedov beats George St. Pierre in a fight, but first he has to get through Justin Gaethje.
Which is not going to be easy, right?
Not going to be easy. Let's not look past the great Justin Gaethje. Discussions
arose about whether or not the knee stomp should be illegal in MMA after Darren Till tore his MCL in his bout with Robert Whittaker. Conor McGregor chimes in about the time he pulled back his stump after catching Nate clean in the first bout due to the horrible sensation he felt, saying the fight could have been stopped if he followed through with it. However, he feels the move should be kept legal as fighters must protect all of their angles at all times.
Normal stance. Normal stance. Go. Thank you.
But there's one blunder. There's one dark cloud over all of this, and it's Conor McGregor. It is a travesty that Conor McGregor is healthy, eager,
but
out of trouble,
yeah,
and he isn't fighting. The fact that this guy told us, remember late last year when he said, I'm going to fight 3 times in 2020, right? And of course, who could have predicted the pandemic, right? Who could have predicted this? But the fact that this guy can't get a fight and is trending in the direction of fighting once in 2020 and was for 40 seconds in January is a travesty. The fans aren't coming back. If you're waiting for the gate, it's not happening anytime soon. Get Conor a fight. Like, how is this happening? How is it happening that Conor McGregor has to even go down the road of a Manny Pacquiao or even flirt with it or anything like that? This is a big blunder, in my opinion. A massive
Let me tell you something, man. Initially, when we spoke about this, I told you, I was like, get him a fight. I agreed, right? I agreed. But then I found out that opportunities were offered, right? He just didn't necessarily
don't
like.
About no replacement fighter.
No,
stuff.
that's the thing. He just didn't like. He just didn't like
a replacement fighter.
But he just didn't like the option. Well, dude, most people are because the reality is he would have fought. He would have fought. If
I don't know about that because at the time I don't think people from Ireland could have come to Jacksonville in May.
Okay, well I didn't know that, but I'm saying the reality is he would have been Justin Gaethje, right? He would have been Justin Gaethje. But the reality is, like, they want him to fight, but like, who does he fight?
There's no talks going on right now. It's screeching halt. Even Dana was asked about the Manny thing on Saturday, and he's like, I don't care about that. Like, how? Like, whether you like it or not, biggest star in the sport, biggest star in the sport.
Well, the reality is because of all the momentum the UFC has at this point, I think it's showing. Like,
they don't need him.
We love to have you, but we'll keep rolling without you if we have to.
But he's not the one. He's not asking for more money. He's not the one that's being a problem.
Money or anything. But where though? Like, who's he fight? Like, I'm sure Conor McGregor could call and be like, I'll fight this dude.
Diaz.
If Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz decide they want to fight, you think the UFC wouldn't put that on? Right away they'd put that on.
Why aren't they trying?
I don't know.
Masvidal, Poirier, Ferguson.
I don't want him to fight Masvidal. I think Masvidal is a big dude and his stand-up. It's too much of a stand-up fight. I think that would be fun.
Well, okay, there are options. The idea that there are no options.
I think there are chances, but again, we don't know what Conor's thinking. Like, you got to think, man, like when you're dealing with a guy at that level of stardom, you can't just send him a bout agreement with a name on it and expect him to just fight. He has a say in just about everything that he does. So you have to kind of get on the phone and talk to him and figure out what approach you guys are going to take. I think frustration on both sides. There's frustration from Conor's side. There's frustration from the UFC side.
I just don't get this. It's not like he's holding out. This isn't Masvidal or John Jones. It's not like he's playing hardball.
With boxing or?
Hell no. I will secure a world title in boxing.
Yeah?
Most certainly, yes.
What weight are you thinking about?
The weight, I'm not sure. I'll have to go through all the weight divisions and check out all the champions, right? I'll have to see who holds titles in the divisions. Thankfully, boxing has so many world titles. You can just pick and choose, and there's also so many weights. So I haven't gone deep into. Obviously, I'm immersed in where I'm at right now. But boxing and the boxing world title is an aspiration of mine and an aspiration that I will achieve.
You link yourself to Manny Pacquiao the other day. He's got one of those belts at welterweight, hasn't he? The regular world championship.
What's welterweight again?
147.
Yeah, it's a little low. I made 153 with Floyd, no problem. I'm the former 145-pound champion. We'll see what happens. We'll see.